Welcome back, everybody. We're here for another episode of Medieval Engineers, right where we left off before. I think I might have done a little bit of work off camera, but we are back, and I'm excited. Alright, I did a little bit of work on this building here. I kind of started building a little bit of a second floor here. I'm definitely going to have to put some walkways there, but I think I'll keep it fairly open. And this is not really relevant to the quest line, so I'm kind of being a little bit superfluous with this, but figured I'd go for it and give it a little bit of a look. And I was kind of doing that off camera, so I figured I'll bring you in for that a little bit. Now, as you probably noticed over here, oh, hold on. I gotta go to the main menu and redo the sound. There we go. Because it disconnected from the sound when I unplugged my headphones last time, so this should be fine. Okay, and some reason that something with the mods didn't. Okay. We are streaming, so we have internet. Okay, let me. Why don't I exit the game and reload? Sometimes you get a little bit of a issue with that, or maybe one of the mods has become incompatible. I mean, they keep doing things to update the game, obviously, but. So with the game update, there might be a mod update as well, although there's update queued here on my Steam, which concerns me. Okay, that seems to have gone through, and let's go ahead and launch play now. Okay. So I'm going to wait for this to load, and hopefully, I guess I could open up the load game screen and take a look at the particular save, which I think was this one. Yes, okay. And we can take a look at the settings and mods. I did turn off the Gothic. Holy shit. Wow, we've got a real serious issue with mod compatibility. That is not good. So maybe I hadn't... Oh, man. Okay. Well, okay. So can I just do that? And then, well... let's just move these red ones back. I guess I'm just kind of, resetting my mod situation a little bit here, but this could break something. I'm not at all confident in this process here, but let's see what happens here. Okay, so there's that, and okay, voxels and windmill blades. These all do seem to be the ones that I had removed before, so I think we might, maybe it just had like one or two mods that became incompatible or something. And then I'm gonna go ahead and remove the Gothic soundtrack one, even though I do like that. So there's that one, and then there is medieval, where, hold on one second, there's a couple more that I have to disable now. Vanilla music disabler, and I could have sworn there was one other one music related, but this one here, let me just get rid of that one too. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead with that, and I'm gonna go ahead and continue the last game. We'll see what happens with this. This may be questionable, but we'll see. If it breaks the world, I'm just gonna maybe do a little bit more slimmed down modded 6.4, but I think we might be okay. We might be okay. We'll cross our fingers, and we'll see here in just a minute. In the meantime, I'll use this. Ooh, I'm optimistic. It's starting to load. The good thing about most of these mods, unlike like say Minecraft or some other game, a lot of these mods do not change the world gen, and so we're really talking about blocks being available or not available, objects, assets, And I haven't used very many modded assets at all, if any. I mean, and so the only ones that would be affected by mods changing around would be plants, I guess, on the world map. And I mean, I'm not a programmer or anything, but I think that a lot of plants would just simply come back or not show up or whatever. They would just be transitioned to what the new code allowed for, and I don't think there'd be a huge problem because it's not like there's collision matrices or physics that would be implicated. It would just be a superficial asset removed from the world. Okay, so we got the vanilla music now, and this is somewhat new because the vanilla music was always one song, and they've added a bunch of songs. Okay, so I was just about to tell you, I went ahead and finished that quest that I was getting to crash on. I think the issue was the worker mod, the worker asset that I was using wasn't good at holding the hand plow or something, or the crossbow or something, so I just changed the worker using this back to the dude, and it seems to have fixed it. So I finished making the hand plow. I made seeds. Seeds are just, you know, 2 of any plant, and you make the seed out of it. I could do the same with mushrooms here too, by the way. Of course, I only have 5 to make that. But, and then I used the hand plow to make this dirt. And let me just do a little bit more for the mushrooms here, because why not? A little bit extra. There we go. Okay, so, and then by the way, there's these new like footprint textures. I think that is that a mod or is that new in vanilla? I just don't know. But the mushrooms are weird because they make these. You put them on these little logs. So that's a mushroom patch there. And you know, I'm just gonna do one thing worth of mushrooms here. Just kind of give myself a few more options for food. And that's it for mushrooms. Okay, so we got flax, obviously, wheat, and mushrooms, and that's all I'm doing so far. Very rudimentary farm here. I tried to dig out so I could have like a flat area to farm, but then it wouldn't let me plant there, so what I'll have to do is I'll have to dig out a nice flat area and then put dirt on top of it, I guess, because the raw land is not plantable. We're going to go up here now. Let me grab my crossbow here. Oh, I've already got it. Okay. Where'd the freaking guy go? Not that I really need another deer, but... oh, there's one up there. I can't range him very well uphill like that. Now, of course, he, like, freaking disappeared. Well, whatever. Enough of pretend deer hunting. So this forest has not grown back at all. And the other big forest that I'm using for timber is down here, basically. So don't really need to harvest any timber right now, but I figured let's just go ahead and continue our game. And I think what I need to do now, because it wants me to do the supply cart quest, I think I do need to carve out another flat area and maybe put some stone foundations or something. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's take a look. We do have transportation, supply cart. Maybe I should hang off on those for now and do the fortifications one. Okay, so let's do that. So we'll place 2 battlements. Okay, so battlements. I really don't have any plans whatsoever to make this building a fortified building, so I'll just do regular battlements like on the ground. Cool. And for some reason my hammer didn't... Okay, so we've got this iron hammer, much nicer than the wood mallet. And that is the 2 battlements. Alright. And the reason I wanted to do that one and not the supply cart one is because I think in order to make a area where I can make a good supply cart, I think I want to build a flat area. And the best way to do that in my estimation is to continue our quest line until we get the big solid stone blocks. So let's do grand entrance on that line. Economic, we'll do Milling and weaving, that's good, because then I can do linseed oil and get that schematic drafting thing out of the way. And then military, this might be important. Military stoneworks, that's the block right there, the stone cube. I can also do the AI defenders once I get that one done. Defensive barriers and advanced fortifications, cool. So, it wants me to obtain... Let's do the milling quest first. Okay, so I've got 5 timber, and I need 5 large stone. So not just small stone, but large stone. So there's actually a dedicated requirement to have large stone. No problem. We got some earlier right up here. Let's continue. Let's continue right here. Sorry about it being so dark out. Not a huge problem in my book, but definitely a big problem in your book from the point of view of being able to see at night. So I'll try to hurry up and get back to the torch area here, but I'm just grabbing a bunch of... Got 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, maybe get 25 large stones or so. And we're getting a little bit of clay in here too, so that's cool too. Eventually I might try to build like a straight, smooth, level path or level plane out of these stone voxels here, because that'd be kind of cool. Okay, so that's good for my stone, and then what I will do, maybe this building can be the mill house, because it kind of has like that overhang, which is kind of cool. I can make like a little pulley or something, but it wants me to build a stone mill. So I'll put some of these rocks in here, and stone mill is this thing here, millstone, and that's timber. I'm gonna make 2 of them. Alright. So we've got 2 of these, and let's place one of them down right here. And it wants me to obtain wheat straws. Let me place another one out here somewhere. Just kind of a utilitarian one somewhere. Kind of almost need a flat area for it. Doesn't really want to give me a good... I want it like right there basically, or I want it so it's not buried in the ground like that. Problem is the weird slope makes it kind of hard to find a place. Anyway, we'll save that for later. How about... Okay, now it wants me to obtain 8 wheat straws, so I think I used up all my wheat straws. Yes, I did. That's okay. So what I'll do instead is, obviously one thing I can do is once this becomes ripe there, it just went to the second stage of its growth, and all of these are probably as well. And once it gets to the 3rd stage, I'll just harvest that and I'll have a whole bunch of wheat. I'll plant another couple of seeds worth, but I'll have at least 5 for the quest, so that'll come in due time. So let me come back to milling later. We'll go to weaving. Weaving, obtain metal parts. Timber, flax, straws. I have 10 out of 16. So I'm going to need more. Okay. Military stoneworks. Obtain 115 small stone. Okay, so what I can do for the small stone, again, is, and I'll just take all that, is to put these in here, and let me just, I'll save a bunch of those, but I'll just make 12 times... Is it 5 per? Yeah, so that's 60. And then I'll do another 50. And that should be all the small stones I need. And I'll keep those 2 large ones. I could keep those for mills, or could make more small stones later. It doesn't matter. Okay. So then there's a ton of small stones, and now it wants me to do 4 stone cubes, and that's exactly what I want. So, and it is almost morning again, so... We'll be able to see this better in just a few minutes. But I think I want to just kind of do something kind of like this. Except for I kind of want it to be lower. I kind of want it to be down one right there. How about? And then I can dig out on top of that. Basically. So this is my idea of how to kind of get like a level platform where I can build my carts and stuff. And you know, eventually we'll put some housing along in this. This might be a little market pavilion kind of thing, or I don't know. We'll put some things. I just want a big flat area so this entire town isn't at a weird San Francisco Hill Street angle, if you know what I mean. By the way, if you've ever been to San Francisco, the houses really do look like this, you know, where there's all these diagonals and things. They have to support them so they're even. So it's kind of realistic in that sense. But it's kind of nice to have a town that you actually have to build, terraform, because it gives you really interesting creative opportunities. So, and I'll probably get clay out of this too. There's some clay, yeah. I don't. Every little bit of clay I can get is good. Clay is such a useful and ever frequently required resource in this. So we're just digging, again, a nice flat area. And that's pretty much going to do it there. Okay, and then a little bit more here probably. And coming this way a little bit. And right there. Okay. Now we'll continue to dig that out obviously, but let's just start with that as kind of a starting point. And I just want 4 of these, so I'll get 4 of these in here. Actually, let's do 6. Okay. And then we'll build these in. Should have plenty of resources to get this done. 25 apiece, so they are expensive, relatively speaking. And that's probably about as far on the road as I want to go. Okay, so that's 2, 3, and 4 to complete the quest. And now it wants me to build stone stairs. Not a problem. We could do something like this, actually, or even that. That might actually work out really well, because then I could have a little connector there, and it'll connect to the little strip of land there. Let's do that. I think it'll look fine. Okay, and then it wants, okay, so that actually completed the quest. Okay, great. And then let's make the rest, well, I'll just give up and make the rest of these into small stones. Okay, and we'll let that process. Okay, I'll take those, and then we will head over here. And it wants 4 blocks of wall with entrance, wall with door. Okay, so it wants more walls going on. So I guess I should maybe think about where am I going to build another building here. Because this is like a plaza, a little pavilion, right? So could put another stone house like right over here. Maybe at an angle. Kind of fun. But I don't want to use stone blocks for the foundations because that's expensive, so I'm going to do support. And let's just put in a few of these. Okay, let's do a 2x3, and actually that's a really cool angle right there. Okay, let's just do it here. I guess let's make it this direction. I'll have to put some stairs in for this one. Okay, so that's fine, and then stair. And we'll put the stairs right here. Okay. And so that'll connect nicely to this little market pavilion. I'll probably make it go out 2 more, make it kind of a little area, but this will be a little house off to the side, some kind of just generic house. Boy, you know, these changes to the cost requirements of blocks are really great. I think they're quite appropriate and very good to cut down on the grinding, which is fantastic for castle building. And I think that's, it still feels like you gotta work for your resources, but it's not a busy work, you know. It's just a little bit of toil, and you can still make pretty reasonable buildings without a horribly tremendous amount of work. Okay, so we'll get these supports built. My iron hammer is running low. Now you can recycle tools before they die, and you can save your metal, so I think I will do that. Just a minute here. Okay, so that we have that. By the way, if I were to pull up 9 again, you can see all of this village is in this green box, so I really only have the one land claim in that central building that isn't even finished yet. This is building number 4, and it's not finished either. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, let's do, I guess we should put the floors in if we can. I'm not sure I have enough planks. Should I do yet another crafting table in here? Yep, we'll do that. And then I will do as many of these as I can. Actually, I think I'm probably going to need to repair this hammer after I do these floors. But I do have enough planks for all of them, so that's good. Okay, so there's that. And let's do this hammer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the furnace, take the hammer, and then I'll click on this, and I'm going to get a couple of ingots out of it. I'm a little low on fuel there, so I'm going to put a couple more bundles of sticks in. We've got tons of sticks. And we'll get our ingots, and then we'll go over to the smithy, and we'll just simply craft another iron hammer and replace those ingots. We'll do steel eventually. We're not ready for steel yet, but we will eventually have steel. And now my hammer is back to full. Same with the shovel here, by the way. Shovel, same deal. And then I'll get the shovel going here, and then we'll put these ingots back into the smithy. So as you can see, there's no net loss of metal. What we're losing is 1 timber per tool. And we'll just put that right back there. And now we have a full shovel as well. So our tools are doing pretty well. The one that's doing poorly now is the crossbow. We'll have to worry about that at some point. Okay, so back over here. Unfortunately, I'm out of torches. By the way, I keep finding these treasure maps, so I've got 3 of the 4 pieces that I need, so I'm only 1 piece away from having a complete treasure map, which is something to keep our eyes on. What was I going to do? Torch, right. Do I have any metal parts? 3 metal parts. Okay, so I think that's enough for 1 wall torch. Yeah. One of either. Let's do one of these. Okay. So I'll throw this on the wall over, well, once I get a wall, I'll put this over here. But let's do walls. Again, this will be stone. And we'll do the regular stone, not the sandstone, because we're not in the desert. It makes sense that these stones would be gray. So I'll do a window there. I'll do non-windows on this corner for sure. This will just be a 1-story house. Oh wow, that was enough to complete the quest. Great. Feel really accomplished by building 4 stone walls. Not even finishing them. And we're out of small stones again, okay. So, we've got enough walls that I can feel comfortable putting the torch on the wall right there. Okay, and we're still working on this side. That's fine. And, you know, I think I could just grab a few more stones here. Okay, and some clay as well, apparently, and that's all well and good. And that will allow me to finish a little bit of that stonework on that house, but I really don't care to finish the house necessarily right now. It's just, I like to get them started, because then I feel like I have to finish them later, and it helps me keep moving things along. But I've got plenty of resources, really, and easy access to all the other resources, so I feel pretty good. That's getting to be a little bit flatter. I'm curious what how I'm gonna shape that mountain as we go. But and I probably should put a torch down here as well. Oh yeah, and we forgot to put our crafting table up here. So let's get that down. And then let me put 3 of those in there. And we'll make 3 timber, and then I'll do one of them full of planks. So 8 planks. Okay. And then in the meantime, throw a bundle of sticks and metal tools. Metal parts, I mean. And we'll go ahead and make let's make 2 of these. Okay, and so obviously these are just ideas. This is the beginning of a little village. It does feel like a village though, doesn't it? Just the way these buildings are laid out, the way that I built this path using the plow. I just selected dirt where I wanted the path. Very common technique in medieval engineers. And it looks pretty realistic, I think. You know, so it's pretty cool. And this is, you know, how we get those treasure maps. Finding those little bundles. Let's check on our farm. I'm really sad that it's still dark out. I apologize for that, guys. I really do. Looks about the same, so we're still waiting on the farm. But I bet you by morning it'll be about ready. And I'll be doing farming off camera all the time now, so just kind of keep that in mind. I'll be doing little plots here and there, maybe little fences around the plots to make it look cool. Okay. And then I'm going to put these down here, and we'll make little stones. And another 13. Okay, so we'll let that continue, and then I'll go place, let's go place the torches down. Light this town up a little bit, so everybody can see the beautiful work that we're creating. Do one there, perfect. I could do one like in the street, like right there. I could do one a little bit farther down, maybe by the palisade gate. It'd be kind of cool, so people know that there's a town here. Kind of buries itself into the ground. And we are getting attacked, probably because I walked down so far. Well, for now, maybe I'll just do that. Oh, that was silly. Where's this guy? There he is. Okay, he died right away, so he probably had some pre-existing damage. Okay, well, that wasn't too bad. Let me see if I can just get this back on track here. There we go. Can't go up here without being so clipped. I guess so. Kind of, it looks okay. This dirt almost feels like a layer of snow. Just burying everything in it. Okay. Lettuce, or cabbage rather. And flax. Flax is always good. Looks like some of the natural vegetation around here is starting to grow back, so that might be a good sign of things to come in terms of regrowth. Alright, so now what are we going to do? We're going to do defensive barriers. Wants us to build a wooden portcullis or drawbridge. So we do have everything we need except for the metal parts and rope. So we probably should do the weaving before we do that quest. Let me take a look at it and see if I can get this one done. Okay, large round wall. So let's do that one. We could start like a tower, because that would actually be useful. You know, valid use of this block. So let me make my way up here and see if how far up I can get. Again, I realize it's kind of hard to see, but it's almost daybreak, so maybe we'll get to see the sunrise from this castle top mountain. I imagine that the castle will start somewhere around here, so there'll have to be a pathway that kind of leads up to here. We are getting attacked again, it sounds like. I have no earthly idea where. Oh, there's a guy. We're having a little bit of issue maintaining our height on this terrain. I have the feeling the barbarian is going to similarly struggle. Hello. Let me just pop him with a crossbow real quick. Did that not hit him? Okay, that definitely went right through him. Okay, that one hit him. Might be out of ammo. Or no, the crossbow's damaged beyond repair. Okay. Probably should have addressed that previously. Don't know why my hand is out there. That's weird. That is the strangest thing. Why would my hand be out? I do not understand why my hand is out, but this looks interesting. Hemp, wow. That's a new plant. Okay, the hand thing is really concerning me. It's like a block looking thing. I don't know. Obviously it's some sort of bug, but we'll have to just deal with it. Okay, so the castle is going to be up here somewhere. I guess I'm looking for a place. Ooh, that's a carrot. These are new plants. That's good. So I like these new plants. That means we can potentially plant new things. I'm trying to get to the top of this mountain. Let me just continue on this path here. And let me just... Oh, there's a deer. Let's see if I can grab him real quick. Got some more stones there, but alas, no treasure map with them. How about this one? That was just one stone there. Yeah, these deer get really upset when you get next to them, and they run, and then sometimes they have issues with pathing. But we're almost up the top of the mountain. Now, we're going to make a path to make it quite a bit easier to get up here. But for now, this is the way we have to go. It's interesting up here, and there's this other tall mountain there, so... but, you know, like, realistically, no enemy would be able to climb that mountain to attack us from. This hand thing is weird. That is just the weirdest thing. It looks like I broke my hand, and I'm holding it poorly. And there's nothing I can do to stop that. Maybe dying would stop it, but... okay. So the idea for this castle... By the way, there's a single tree up here. That's lovely. Maybe this will have to be the courtyard of the castle with its one tree. Another carrot. Excellent. Pile of stones. Excellent. Those small stones are actually worth something now. It's great. It feels so good for that to be worth something. Flax plant that's dead. I'm just following this ridge line up here. Okay, this is bugging the hell out of me. So I'm going to go ahead and save. And I'm actually going to name this one because I've been putting this off. LP. LP 2018. Okay. And we'll exit to main menu. And we'll save. That's fine. And we'll reload. and hopefully it'll... Oh boy, if this hand is still there. I swear to God, I'm going to commit suicide if the hand is still bugged out like that. And speaking of bugs, whenever I go back to the main menu, it seems to start the theme music twice in a row. And so you got two separate tracks of it playing at the same time. So that's definitely a bug. In fact, if I had to use one word to describe this game right now, I would say buggy. Bugs. Okay. So we will see if this cures the hand issue. If not, I will have to just deal with it and commit suicide in the near future once I finish building this round fortifications. Okay. So I think we might be in good shape. We may have got... Yes, okay. We're in good shape. And it's getting light out, so that is good too. We're very hungry though, so I'm going to have a couple salads. Boy, this guy must be sick of salad by now. Okay, there's the one tree over there. So I imagine that the castle will be going all along this ridge in particular. And this has a little divide here. You'll see it here in a second. Why am I going so slowly though? Okay, so there's... I don't know why I can't run. Holding shift. Well, anyway. Oh, we got another treasure map part. And that's not the part we needed, so I can't build a treasure map yet. There's another carrot. And more flax. Barbarian up at the top of that mountain. Okay, so... Let me just kind of go back over here. So this ridge is all going to be possibly part of the castle, but for sure, once we get over here, this is going to be probably where the main keep is. That ridge will be utilized however I think we can, but this will for sure be one area where the castle is without question. And that tree actually might be a better place to plan the courtyard around, although it's kind of hard to have a courtyard when you have a giant drop-off there. So one thing I could do to start kind of getting used to having a castle up here is building a tower. It wouldn't be entirely uncommon for people to build towers at the side of a future castle and kind of build it into the castle, although it's probably less common than building the castle from a designed standpoint. But thinking strategically, you know, castles were designed to fend off enemies and secure an area from invasion, right? And so where would somebody invade this area from? And it's kind of like the Battle of Helm's Deep in Lord of the Rings. This is kind of a valley, and we want fortifications at the tallest point near the valley. And this hill that I'm on right now probably represents that point. Let me just kind of zoom out here a little bit. So I don't want to step too much farther down here because it's treacherous, but this would definitely be one point where you'd want to put defenses up, and it'd be pretty hard for anybody to storm a castle built on this rock here. So I think this will be a really important point in the castle, and so I think I want to build a tower out here. Okay, so let's, and this is a very tricky area to build in, for sure. But the game seems to think this would be appropriate. And can I do a corresponding one on this side? Boy, this is treacherous. And I'm slightly concerned about this decaying over time. So eventually I'd like to get a land claim block up here. And let's see if I can do one underneath. Yes, I can. Okay, excellent. So let's try to... Actually, you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to... Why did this hammer keep disappearing from my inventory? I'm going to get rid of this one. And this one. Did I just hear a deer? Is there a deer? Is there really a deer up on this ridge, all the way up here? Yeah, that's quite possible. Anyway, what I'm going to do actually is I'm going to put the round. There should be a round foundation block. I don't see it though. Foundation. Or maybe it's large, round, something. Maybe I haven't unlocked it yet. Okay, I guess I haven't unlocked it yet, so I have to do these walls first. Okay, great. So let's just build this one. Okay. And then, what I'd like to do, that sounds more like a cow than a deer. What I'd like to do is, rather than have to go down here with the wall, I'd rather have a foundation down there. So let's put another wall up here for now, just to complete the quest, right? We might change that to like windows later or something, but this is just to complete the quest and maybe get an idea of what a tower is going to look like up here. I cannot build taller than this because if I do, we might have structural integrity issues. In fact, I might be able to debug that later if I have the structural integrity menu view. Okay, so that is pretty good. Now it wants a large round floor. Now that one. So I can just do a couple of these along here. Okay, and we'll stick it right there. And on top of that as well, once I get this one built, and I'm gonna have plenty of resources to do these ones, and one up above if I can. I may not be able to without getting up there. What about one down here? Can I just do one down there? Excuse me. It's hard to see what I'm actually building here, but there we go. Okay, so that should be, I think that's right. Let's see what pops in there. As long as it's not sticking out the other side. Yeah, I think we're okay. So I think that's correct. Okay. And that still leaves us room to stick a foundation under there, and then we'll do a foundation on this side as well. Alright, so that completes that quest. By the way, do I have access to the large? I do. These are the ones that I wanted, this large round corner. So that I'm going to stick underneath there. Just like that, I believe. Kind of weary to walk over here to check it out, but let's just check it out, make sure it's correctly positioned, and it is. Okay, so let's build that in. Okay, and then I think I will finish my work up here for now by building one additional foundation on this side. And just like that. Go about there. The only issue is should I make it non-circular and make kind of like a extra wall in here, you know? I don't think so, but I could certainly do that. Let's stick with a regular tower here. And, you know, we can do other things around the tower. Oh boy, we're going to run out of large stone, aren't we? Okay, so we're out of stone. So what I'm going to do just very haphazardly is just grab a little tiny amount of extra stone here. And we need a research table as well, so I'll have to build yet another crafting table, not research. I keep saying research table. It's crafting table. There's one stone. But I'm going to need just a few of the large stone blocks. So let's just shave a little bit off of this, huh? Just a tiny amount. We'll work with this later and, you know, integrate this into the actual castle, but for now I'm just shaving a little so I can finish my work over there. Now, we won't be shaving much more of this off because we don't want to. We definitely want to keep this as intact as possible, and especially if there's going to be any sort of courtyard activity. And I've said in the past that I'd like to maintain any trees growing up here, so I definitely want to kind of keep my eyes out for these trees here. So that one might be an area where we just absolutely won't touch. But this area I felt I could get away with just sniping a little bit of that stone from there, so I did. And let's go ahead and put the research table down. Crafting table, excuse me. What's that? Oh, that's a grape plant, okay. And I'll just put it right down here. Okay, cool. And then we'll put these in here, and we'll do 12 of those. Okay, we do have carrot seeds. For some reason, when you harvest some of these newer crops, they give you seeds instead of just the crop. I also got onions, which I don't remember picking, and the hemp, which I do. Okay, so there's the stone there, and then that should be enough to complete this, yes. Okay, excellent. These are very expensive blocks still. But this should provide structural stability for this little tower. And if I went up, 5 or 6 stories with this thing, it would be a pretty imposing building. And it's going to look a lot taller than it actually is. So I'm really excited about that. I could build something down there too, still. But let me go back down. This is going to be a little bit of a painful journey. We have to go all the way down now, and I can't just take the stairs because there aren't stairs yet. But we're going to have to walk all the way back down there. But I'm glad I came up here. It was nice to explore and kind of get a feel for it. I'll just kind of even this out a little bit here. And it was nice to build that tower there too, because I'm curious how it's going to look. And it really gives me a better sense of how this castle is going to go. So that's useful too. Okay. So let's, I don't know why it's not letting, it seems to not be letting me run. And I don't know why. I have plenty of food and I kind of want to be careful. I want to go down the exact same way I came up. Otherwise I feel like I could easily die. So I'm going to go back all the way over here. Now we do have sunrise happening here, which is going to be beautiful. And this castle is going to get a really nice sunrise every morning too, right over the mountain. The mountain does, as anybody who lived in Colorado can attest, mountains do tend to obscure sunrises a little bit, but they make them beautiful once they occur. They just delay when they occur. Because normally the sun would be up by now if I were in plains. And you can see over here it is up. That's the one graphics thing about this game that really works well, is these long distance light rays are so cool. And it really makes it feel realistic. I can't jump either. Why can't I not jump? So I can't run or jump, and my hand is all the way over here. You know what? Fuck this. Let's just commit suicide. I thought I had solved the hand issue, and apparently it just got worse. Okay, so I'm surprised I can do anything like build and walk and such. So the easiest way to do this, I'm just going to go right over to the cliff where the tower was and just jump right off. Because I need to die so I can reset my character. Although I'm a little bit worried about dying because last time I died it locked the game out and I had to go to creative and then reload it in survival. But hopefully this time that doesn't happen. The 6.4 is still a little bit buggy, so we'll have to deal with that. But yes, there's the tree of the potential future courtyard. And we've also got this little nub where we can build stuff. I like the variable elevation of this terrain because that's going to make the castle feel a lot bigger, which gets supported by natural land for stability, but which is going to feel bigger because at the low points it's going to look taller. And so it's going to look like this one all-encompassing large structure, but in fact it's going to be something a little different. Okay, so I think I can actually pop down here just without dying, and then I can, of course my feet aren't really moving either. Okay, this should be fun. Looks nice. Okay, ready? Okay. There we go. Nice. Don't really get a good perspective if you're having to watch yourself roll around, but I'm going to click respawn on bed and respawn there. Okay, perfect. And then obviously we just need to find our bag. Now normally you don't want to die in this game or any game, you know, but I think, and now I can actually run again, so that did seem to fix the problem. So it was worth it under the circumstances, given the unique situation I was in. Now I just have, oh, hi Mr. Deer. Can I ride you? No, okay. They need to add horses, okay. So I'm just looking for my bag here, and it should be right down here. So that's where I jumped off. I would have died, it would have rolled down here somewhere. Here we go. My body, actually. And I'll just shift click everything into my inventory. My toolbars are saved, so we're all good. Okay, now it's like it never happened. Except for I'm down and I'm fixed. I'm healed. And since I have a bed, I think the issue about locking up the game due to death was less of a problem. Okay. So that's how the tower looks, kind of. I mean, you'll get it'll be taller. It'll be like that tall. But, you know, you get an idea of how it's going to fit right into the mountain there. I could even make a second one on this part of the cliff if I wanted to. Not sure. Or I could just replace that one with a one that's a little bit farther out. I'm not sure yet. We'll have to see. We'll have to think about that. Okay. So now that I've completed that quest... Oh, but we're getting attacked. Okay. I don't mind. I think we're getting attacked. Unless this is like city music. They said there's gonna be music for cities, and then there's like attack music. Okay, here's the guy. Oh. Did a power attack there. Of course, he got me pretty good there. And, oh, you know, I need to remember, I think it's better to grab the weapon first and then loot their body. Okay. So let's, I'm just going around getting all these little rocks and things. More grapes. I really don't need grapes. Okay. In this forest, I'm just kind of checking the, I'm like, monitoring the growth mechanics of this forest up here. And it still seems pretty, pretty barren. Beehive has emerged up here. A couple of bushes have grown in. Yeah, I probably shouldn't harvest those. It might affect the respawn rate, or you know how the forestry populates. But let me grab this beehive for sure. Okay, let's go check on our farm. It looks like it might be getting close. I don't think it's done yet. And we do have wild flax too, which is going to help supplement our farm income when it is ripe. Got another bandit. Oh, we got another map piece too. In fact, yes, we do have the final map piece. We can do a map here, so let's do that. Oh, shit! He's hiding in the farm fields. And I one-shotted him because I did a power attack and he was probably injured before. So that's cool. Let's go, while we're waiting on the farm, let's go ahead and do some inventory management stuff. So we're going to put our food all in here, except for the salads, including the hemp and utilitarian food and seeds. These things hold so much more than they used to, these crates. And this is actually full now. So I can probably... I'm going to eat 6 of those and make room for those. Okay, and then, let's eat 6 berries and make room for those. Okay, perfect. Alright. we'll have to revamp a little bit of that sorting stuff later, but oh, once this is craft a spinning wheel now for the weaving quest. I think it detected that we had enough stuff. So let me see how to do a spinning wheel. Spinning wheel is here. 2 metal parts, 5 timber. So I'm going to go ahead and make metal parts. I'll make two things worth of metal parts here, because we just simply are going to need those. And then we'll put those in here with timber. And we will make... Oh, I could have melted all of those too. That's right, we're going to need them anyway. Spinning wheel. Okay, we'll let that start. And let me get this going with the rusty swords and that thing. And can't really do the club. Could use it as fuel though. In fact, there. Okay, so I'll do that and then 3 of these. That'll give me a whole bunch of metal parts. And then I'll grab the spinning wheel and we'll put this in this building. This, for now, this is my all-purpose building. We'll have to divide them up a little bit better. Okay, now it's made to do 4 linen strings. So let me grab that flax. I'm going to have a whole mess of flax in just a minute because of the farm there. So I'm just going to grab all of this loose flax here, and it wants me to do 4 linen strings. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's an automatic process. It doesn't take that long. And now it wants me to craft a cloth. Alright. And now it wants me to craft a personal flag. Okay, so personal flag requires sticks. So let me throw those in there. Actually, those are more valuable than the regular sticks, so I'll do regular sticks. Personal flag. And now it wants me to place the personal flag. Okay. These things are kind of tricky to place. They kind of take a little getting used to. But what you do is you go up somewhere where you want it to be. Let's say right on this thing. That looks cool. If we put a flag right here, it'd be kind of cool. And you can certainly place it just like it is. And that'd be alright right there. Or you can do the variants, and they have different varieties. I don't think it's going to let me do a variety right now, but I'll just do that one right there for now, and that's temporarily our personal flag. We'll be editing that later. Place 1 block from this list. Small personal banner, medium banner, etc. Okay, so... Oh, I see what I have to do. Okay. And I'm going to need a little bit more flax to do this next part, so I'm going to have to wait just a little bit to finish that. Although, I think what I could do, kind of cheese this a little bit. I'm just going to redo this one. We have to work on this little transition here. What if I did a wall walk right here? Can I just... No, that's not good. There's a balcony thing. Is it just balcony? Balcony. This thing. Okay, let me try this one. Right there, right? Yeah, that'll look good. Yeah, actually looks really good. Okay, so perfect. Also, I could have just done a floor there, you know, but okay. So I'm gonna grab this by holding F. Okay, we're gonna go back to the weaving mill spinner, and we're going to place this back in here. And personal flag. How do I do personal banner? Let me just grab that and let me look up banner. So maybe it's in here. Actually, if I push J, I can actually read about it. Okay, so I think that opened up the variant, so I just hold it. Yeah, okay, so let's... Sorry, I'm being overly not helpful. Okay. So go up here again, and this time I'm going to use the mouse wheel to spin it into a banner. And now I can actually place it like here. I could if I got a good connection on it. Let's just place it there. Okay. And that's going to be step 7 of this quest. I just like fucking sliced your face open, dude. And you like hit me in the kneecap. Alright. And we'll grab your stick. Oh, I forgot to douse the furnace. You never want to do that, especially if you have a ton of fuel in it. In fact, that's one reason you might not want to keep a ton of fuel in any particular thing, especially valuable fuel. Okay, so I can actually do one more of these real quick. And I can just take all these sticks out. And then I'll go to that one, and I'm okay with that. Okay, and then we'll put the sticks in here as backup. Okay, and I'll douse that. Okay, so we got tons of these metal parts now, which is great. And I think I just completed another quest there, the wooden gate quest. Now it wants me to do 4 linen strings, so that's 2. I need 3 more flax to finish that part. Looks like the hemp works in the spinning wheel. So I could walk around and look for flax, or I could just wait for the farm to finish. There's one there. Okay, that's 2, so then I need 3 and 4, so I need 2 more. There's 1 more, and I just need 1 after that. And that's a carrot, okay. Looking for flax, looking for flax. Flax is so easy to see because it has that bright blue flower. Peas, oh wow, that was not easy to see. That's a new plant. Herbs, not new. Oh, it's just carrot, okay, I thought that was new too. Some of these plants are from the mods, and I just feel like they weren't really popping up earlier in the game, but now they're all over the place. Maybe they take a few days to generate or something. Anywho, gosh, I'm not seeing any other flax up here. I will grab any ingot or any nuggets I see. I don't see any. Those take a few days to repopulate from these surface veins, so I think I've already gotten all those. What's that? Is this another hemp? Okay, cool. Okay, and then I'll grab these. Another map, cool. No nuggets there. More hemp. Okay, there's the last flax that I need, so let's head back down after I grab this hemp. And I'll grab 1 more flax, how about? And stone pile, carrot, there's just so much stuff up here. Okay. Nice to have a rich area that I can explore. I might build a path going all the way up through there, by the way. Maybe connect it to the road on the other side of the mountain or something, if I can, I don't know. May have to build a little pathway all the way over there. Okay. Even more flax. So I'm just getting tons of flax up here. And, you know, could have been patient and waited for my farm, but nope, I'm not patient. There's another treasure map. Can I actually build another one now? Yes, I can. Okay, so I've got a journeyman's. A scribe would, well, I'll do a trader's treasure map. That tends to have goodies. Okay, so I'm letting that go, and then I'll get more hemp here, and let's just head back. Finish this quest. More hemp, or flax. I tried to grow flax at home. It's kind of hard in a indoor environment. Beans, that's new, and peas, excellent. It's hard because, well, A, my cats like to eat it. B, it's a plant that's easy to get to germinate, but it's not necessarily easy to maintain after that in terms of having a healthy growth cycle. It's I don't know how to describe it. It's very you feel like it's not growing, and then you don't know whether to water it more, and if you water it too much, it gets like, mine got a little bit of fungus growing at the roots because it was overwatered, I think. So it's kind of hard to gauge. Oh, what's this? What is that going to be? Yeah, it's going to be something. Not anything yet, but it's going to be something. This plant life has really got me inspired. This mod, I think it's the what do they call that? The Empyrean or something mod, or Elysium mod, or something. I don't know. There's some name for it that starts with an E, I think. Okay. So let me push J and open up some of these quests again. Milling. Okay, so I need wheat straws to mill, so I'm gonna have to wait on that. But In the meantime, we'll do the weaving. We'll finish that one. So let's go over here and put our flax right back down into here. And we'll do 2 more there. And then it wants 4 linen string. Okay, so that's the linen string. And now it wants a banner workstation. So I don't know if this one I have to build. Banner. I think we might have to build it with a hammer. Yeah, we do. Okay, now I do have everything I need, so I can just build it. I'll just build it right out here. Except for I want it not buried in the ground. Okay, just put it there. I guess so. It's not it's not on the grid that I'm working on, but that's okay. Maybe this little house that I'm working in here could be the weaver's house. Okay. And that could be the tanner, and this could be a blacksmith maybe, I don't know. We'll figure it out. But now we can design a banner. This is kind of a cool thing, by the way. So you got your personal banner and you got your house banner. I'm not a member of the house yet, so let's actually deal with that first. I'm going to press H, and I'm going to have to create a new house because I'm on my own server. So we're going to call this House Targaryen. No. Let's call it... I don't know. My character in Crusader Kings is House de Cantabria. Oh. Alright, house name de Cantabria. And I'll do all that other stuff later, I guess. Okay, so we do have the House de Cantabria. And let's exit that. And now I can go over here. And so we'll do the house banner first. This is for our family. As I recall, in Crusader Kings, they did kind of a reddish white. So the other color was white. So the way to do that is just desaturate it. Okay, and then let's see here. I think this is like the or no, this is just like if you want a little thing that represents that you have the other games. So Space Engineers and Medieval Engineers Deluxe Owner Award, Pre-Beta Stars, Early Community Stars. So I had this game for a long time, so I get all 3 stars. Okay, and then Pattern Layer 2, Pattern Layer 1, and then Background. So this one is if we want to do a design, right? Yeah. So we can do like a design in the middle. I think, if I remember, Crusader Kings 2 had some weird design like that or something. So, I don't know. There's a lot of options. Well, there's a fair amount of options, I guess. They kind of base a lot of these on real-world designs too, so it's kind of cool. And then I can change the color on that symbol as well, simply by doing this. But I think I do want it kind of black, so... Oops, I don't know how to... There we go. Okay, so let's... And then I actually really don't like those stars. So I'm gonna get rid of them for now. That's fine for my house flag. I mean, I might... Actually, it's not fine. One thing that I would like to do is change this pattern. Probably. Let's just do something cool. If I do something like that, I feel like the red is not a good fit. Orange might be better. Let's stick with kind of an orange. And let's go back to this one and do some other ideas here. And then let's do... Alright, let's do that. And let's change the color on that to a little bit lighter. Or maybe darker. a little bit oranger or yellow. Oh, for some reason it clicked on that. Okay. Maybe if I did white. Oh, I did the wrong one. Okay, so this one, I kind of want to try white. I kind of like that. Maybe if I tried a different design. That's pretty good. Maybe if I did this one, orange or black. No, I don't like that. Tell you what, let's go back down to here and let's do. What if we just did that? What if we did one that? Okay, let's okay. I'm gonna do one that represents wisdom. Okay, that's what I've decided. So. Go back to that one. Wisdom. This one is like, okay, it's a raven. A deer. Gosh, I could have sworn there used to be more. Do we have an owl? A dragon wolf? That's weird. I could have sworn there used to be like dozens more of these designs. But let's go with the eagle. Let's just keep, or the raven. All right. So that's our house flag, and then our personal flag is going to be a souped-up version of this. And yeah, we will put the stars on our personal flag. How about? For this one, we need to change that color. I think maybe go back to black as well. And then for the shield, I like it, but we're gonna do a different take on it. What if we did that? Yeah, that's pretty good. So it's obviously related. They actually have shields now, so I'm kind of curious how those are going to turn out. I could do that. Maybe that. Let's do that. Okay, let's just go with that for now. And we can change that later. But that's going to be our personal and then our house. Now, oftentimes, your personal would be very different from your house flag because you would be serving a lord that wasn't your family or something like that. Oh, the flax is ready here. So I'm just going to harvest up all of this flax. The wheat should be ready any minute as well, I would think. Mushrooms look ready as well. Tons of this flax. You almost feel the linen coming off of these flax plants. And we're gonna have to replow if we want to plant another, and I'll do that off camera. But and then we can grab these mushrooms as well. Now we did use 5 mushrooms to make all these, and we ended up with just about 10. So I feel like we didn't get a very good yield of the mushrooms. I feel like that's going to be a bit of a challenge for us, but we'll get there. Okay, and we are getting some wheat coming in as well, so we can do the milling quest as well. It's just slowly populating. There, see that? Just right before our eyes. That's cool. Nice. So I'll just wait for that to populate, and then we need to craft a sack of flour using the mill, so we'll have to go over and do that in a second. And we're getting attacked, I think. Maybe not. This music is okay. It's pretty good, relatively. Actually, I could put the mill here, couldn't I? I have that extra mill floating around, don't I? Okay, so what if I just put it like right up here or something? Why can't I just place it without it being in the ground? So frustrating. I guess maybe if I built a little platform. I just do a little support. I'd like it not to be up there. I'd like it to be down. You know? Yeah, I don't really like that. I could just place it here, right next to the entrance to this house. All right, let's try that. So it will pop up to there. Alright, let's place it right there. Okay, so then I'm going to put all of this wheat in here. I'll do all 20 of this, because I'll do 2 of those. Okay, so then I'll have 4 left. Oh, I'll just wait for it. But I'll go harvest the rest of this in the meantime. And then we can use the rest of this to do other plant stuff, or farm stuff off camera. But you do need quite a bit of wheat and flax to get going in this, so that's why I planted those 2 crops first. I don't know why this did rolls of... Oh, I guess that's a byproduct of my flour. That's cool. Okay, so let's go back to this. Let's take a look at these other quests. Okay, so now that we have that, we can do linseed oil. To do linseed oil, what I need is a mill and flax seeds, right? So let me make a couple. Let me make 1 flax seed. See if that's enough. And if I put this in here, and I put the terracotta jar, I believe, right, in here. Yes, I can make linseed oil. So I will do that. And while that's going, I will check on these are still not ripe for some reason. Hopefully they will be soon. This rock. Okay. A little tower up there. That's gonna look pretty good. And there is an iron mine down here, like an iron vein down here, so it's conceivable I might mine into that too, you know? We'll have to see. Okay, so this should be done. And then what we'll do, we're just finishing the vellum quest here, the schematic drafting quest, finally, so come over here. Now, we made charcoal back, I think, last episode, and all we got to do now is throw the linseed oil here, and we can get this ink, finally. Okay. And now it says craft 1 schematic, so we will go ahead and craft a schematic. I'll do advanced fortifications, why not? Okay. So we completed that quest. Now we can do a half-timbered house. So we're going to have to do a half-timbered house to do the luxury housing quest. And we will get to that. Just want to make sure we got everything out of there. And these are still waiting. So let's go ahead and... How long have we've been going? An hour and 20 minutes. I think it's probably a good place to call it for the day. Next time, we will continue these quests. These quests do take a while, but it is worth it. And they're fun, and so we're having a good time. We now have colors. I might tweak these a little bit off camera, too. I'm a little bit dissatisfied with our house flag and everything, so I might tweak those, but we'll get there. Okay. Well, our village is coming along. We have to think of a name. Tell you what, if you want to comment on this video and think of a name for our little village and our castle eventually, leave a comment in the comment box and let me know what you think we should call the town. And, you know, frankly, if I get some good suggestions, I will probably rely on those suggestions. So, thank you for watching. We'll see you next time on Medieval Engineers.